Hey guys, welcome to a quick look at Splitgate. It's going to be an especially quick look because my camera's going to die if we take too long, so let's get into it. Splitgate Arena Warfare. It just concluded its 4-day beta run and we'll be having a full release on May 22nd on Steam. It's going to launch as a free-to-play game on PC only, but with consoles possibly coming down along the line in the future. The game itself is basically just Halo 3 mashed up with Portal with a little bit of jetpack sprinkled on top, and yes, it is every bit as awesome as that Frankenstein mashup makes it sound like it would be. The game was made by some Halo 3 veterans, 1047 Games, a couple of guys from Stanford University who loved Halo and Rocket League and just started making a little shooter game for fun as a class project with portals and guns, and they were like, hey, let's make this a full game, and now 30 employees later we're about to get this as a full release. It advertises no classes, no perks, no filters. Everyone starts with the same loadout and it's pure arena action. There are 6 arenas to duke it out in, and the game already has a wide variety of game modes to choose from, including free-for-all, team deathmatch, domination, king of the hill, oddball, SWAT, and more. You play in lobbies of 8 people, either on teams or in a free-for-all, but currently the limit is 8. There's no big team matches just yet. Let's break this down into what I liked about the beta, what I didn't like so much about the beta, and what just my general wish list for things to come will be. First up, the good stuff. First of all, it's just fun. It's just a fun game. I picked this game up on a whim this weekend because I was interested in the idea. It seemed pretty novel, and I just got instantly sucked into the gameplay and couldn't put it down for the entire time the beta was going on. Some of you may even have seen me on stream getting hooked on it in real time. It's back to the basics with this FPS game. Battle Royales can be a blast, but I've missed a game where every single life isn't all or nothing. We have been desperate for a breath of fresh air on the competitive shooter market, and this could be it. The portal system isn't just a novelty either, it's honestly genius. It lays down the groundwork for some incredible strategies. You'll learn a few basic strategies really quickly, like using the momentum to launch yourself to heights to get to good sniper vantages, or using your portals to flank enemies down long hallways. But you can also do things like shoot portals under your enemies and have them pop out in front of you totally unaware and catch them by surprise. And the sky is pretty much limitless. I'm so fascinated to see where the meta of this game would grow given a strong player base over time. It is super easy to start and jump into this game. It's very newcomer friendly, but it's going to be one of those games that's very hard to master. When you want to jump into this game, it's super easy. You can either start or join a lobby where you can tweak all the game settings, just like those good old Halo custom games. You can change how long the respawn is, what kind of weapons you start with, what the gravity's at, what the speed's at. You can make for some insane game modes. The game also in beta already featured a nice rank system where you could just click on ranked and join into some more competitive, normal games as well. During the beta, all the ranked games were either team deathmatch, king of the hill, or domination though, so I'm excited for maybe some expansion on that. And of course, it comes down to the gameplay. The portals, like I said, are amazing, but just in general, if you've played Halo, basically you know what this game feels like. It's that floaty but fun and tight controls. You feel kind of floaty in the air, but you still feel like you're in good control of what's happening. It feels very responsive in a good way. It's satisfying and expertly crafted. Moving around the map once you start to learn how the movement really properly works is super satisfying, and that extra little jetpack jump makes it so you can land some pretty sick movement options. Plus, one of the best parts is it's free, and it's going to be free when it gets the full release. Now, one of the things that I didn't like so much about the beta, for one, the weapon spawns. Weapon spawns are hidden across the map, and since over this short weekend beta, I cannot say that I learned all the maps in their entirety. Maybe take this with a grain of salt. But after about 10 hours, I just have to say that I wish the gun spawns were a bit more common, especially for some of the more middle ground guns. I mean, I'm not saying I want rocket launchers on every corner of the map, but maybe a couple more shotguns would make this game a little bit more fun. And it's not just the weapon spawns that I felt were a little lacking, the player spawns certainly need some work as well. Now, some of this depends on the particular map that you're playing on, or whether or not you're playing free-for-all versus team deathmatch or some other team-based game, but I found that far too often you would spawn near or even right next to opponents. Sometimes on free-for-all I would even find myself getting killed by a guy and then spawning in front of where he was walking, and I would get spawn killed by the same guy. That definitely needs to be addressed. Also, there's gonna definitely need to be some work done on some weapon balancing. Some guns in this game are great and feel perfect as is. The sniper, the railgun, the rocket launcher, the shotgun, all these guns feel great, satisfying, and super fun. Others, The SMG is pretty much garbage. There is almost no scenario where running an SMG is better than just the standard assault rifle or shotgun or almost anything else, and you can't even aim down the sights on the SMG. You start every match with an assault rifle and a pistol. The pistol is pretty great. The assault rifle is designed to be weak, yes, but it's a little bit too weak for my taste. The pistol honestly feels better than the assault rifle, and many people you'll see in-game choose to run the pistol and totally ignore the assault rifle. I would love to see the starter assault rifle get some kind of buff, preferably for me, maybe just a tiny little extra bit of damage. Just killing in 1 or 2 bullets sooner would make a huge difference. It feels like you have to empty a full clip into people sometimes to get the assault rifle to do anything, or maybe even just a little bit tighter aim. And I wouldn't even want both of those buffs. I just want one buff in one category would really make this gun feel so much better. Also, some of the gun damage stuff just doesn't seem to balance out correctly. Like, it takes 2 punches to kill somebody, right? It also takes 2 full clips from the burst assault rifle to kill somebody, yes, but somehow multiple times I would empty 1 full clip of the burst rifle into somebody and a punch and they wouldn't die. I don't understand how 2 of these equal a death or 2 of these equal a death, but 1 of these plus 1 of these equals no death? I didn't get it. And finally, the wish list, the stuff that I just would really like to see come to this game in the final release. Now, I will say some of these things may already be planned. I did not have time to dig through thousands of Discord messages to see what the developers had or had not confirmed for the final release, so I'm just gonna put it all right here, and we're gonna go with that. First of all, more casual matchmaking. This one I have to almost assume is definitely coming in the final release, but the beta only features ranked matchmaking and everything else is joining lobbies. This is fine, except lobbies can choose to play with so many settings that it makes it difficult to just drop into a traditional game mode of free-for-all or something just non-competitive. And on that same thought process, I really like specific game mode matchmaking. When you currently join a ranked matchmaking, you get 1 of 3 options, and you don't get to choose. You'll just randomly be placed into either Team Deathmatch, King of the Hill, or Domination. Personally, I hate King of the Hill game modes. That's just my personal taste. I don't like them. Team Deathmatch, Domination, sure, I'll play those all day and I'll love it. Do not put me in a King of the Hill match. Just give me some option to play the kind of game modes that I specifically want to play. Even if it was just choosing a list of options that I would like to play and then letting it random between those, at least let me eliminate the options that I don't want to play. Another big thing for me would be grenade types. Currently, there are just EMP grenades for closing portals. Incredibly useful, yes, but not enough variety. This game desperately needs some frags, if nothing else. Stickies would also be great though. The reason I think this game needs grenade options is because anytime you find yourself being attacked by anything more than 1 person, you're pretty much screwed. A simple frag grenade or a sticky grenade or anything that would deal damage to multiple people at once could be a huge help to this problem. I'd also like to see the max grenades you can hold raised to 4 instead of 2. My simple reasoning being that when you start off, you spawn with 2 grenades, that's great, feels very balanced, but as you kill people and collect extra loot around the map, you should be able to go above what you initially started with, I feel. That's just a personal opinion of mine, but particularly on the EMP grenades, since they do no damage to opponents, I can't see any reason not to let you pick up extras as you're going along the map up to 4. And of course, I'd always like to see more guns. More guns just equals more fun. It's the Borderlands philosophy. A Halo-styled sword would be #1 on my wish list for more weapons. As someone who loves an aggressive, in-your-face playstyle, a sword would be so great for this game. When you talk about a game with portals, a run-and-stab version of this game just sounds like it was a match made in heaven. But it's not just combat weapons. I mean, of course, any variety of weapons across the map would be great. I even had an idea that maybe there could be legendary style weapons. So like, let's say you have the shotgun spawn over here. Every 15 seconds it spawns a shotgun, but what if 1 in every 10 tries that it spawned a shotgun, it spawned an epic shotgun with slightly better damage or a slightly different firing type? I think it would just be a cool way to kind of add a little bit of RNG and a little bit of fun to the map. But even if they don't want to add any of those RNG elements to the game, I would still just like to see a wider variety of guns. And of course, I would love to see more maps. To me, that would just prove that the developers of this game are really focused on the future if they continue to put out more maps prior to release, which I'm sure they will, but I would love to see them take it even a step further and make some larger maps or some smaller maps. Some maps that would maybe be designed for 2 teams of 8 for a total of 16 players, or maps that were smaller and made just for free-for-all or for private matches. Just some fun, goofy maps like that, or even just give the community a map maker and let them go hog wild with their own creations. You have an entire Steam community of map makers and game designers and incredibly talented folks out there, some of you who may even be watching this video, who could make incredible things if just given the chance. So I would love to see that kind of stuff added to the game. So in conclusion right now, to me, Splitgate is an incredibly fun game, but it's a game that still needs some tweaks and some balance changes to be a great game. And I think it's right there on the cusp, and I hope that they're able to take this beta and this feedback that they've gotten from the entire community who had so much fun playing this game over this past weekend, and hope they can really tweak that into an amazing, long-lasting experience. I would love to see a non-battle royale game get some headlining on Twitch, or just have a solid, consistent player base so that I could hop on and play things, and play some team deathmatch and some arena-style combat like my good old inner child misses so much from the old Xbox 360 days. But that's just my thought. If you've played Splitgate, let me know what you thought of it down below. I'd love to see what kind of changes you would make from the beta to the final release, and just let me know. I love your beautiful faces. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye. Boosh.